Hello everyone, welcome back to the second half of the Ultimate League Season 24. And with half of this season already done, we got of course Figueira still leading the way. He's been managing to win every single race so far. He's so far actually the only driver to win all 5 races from the same half of the season. And as you can see, now leads with 51 points from F1 Fan, and so we got a huge battle then for second place between 3 drivers. We got both LSAs as well as Leather, because they're only separated then by 8 points. And then we see of course One Time still leading the way, being then 35 points ahead of LSA. And we see also LSA being able to gain some points on full force in this last round, so they are definitely winning that battle for second place. But of course we still got the second half of the season to go, so a lot can still happen. In the meantime, in the midfield, you're starting to see the teams sort of spreading a little bit. We see for instance Mayhem and Ricard Alto be 9 points separated by each other, and Ricard and RMC are 8 points, and then RMC and SCP are then 10 points, so that is pretty much it then. Well, today's circuit is a fictional track located in Indonesia, and it was made by none other than Eleanor, and you can definitely see that by how well decorated this track is. Yeah, it is a nice little looking track here located next to the beach, and still this will be then 21 corners of pain and agony, as it is definitely a very challenging track. Lots of chaos can happen, especially in turn 2 and 3, as we see on the top right corner of the map. And yeah, those turns are very complicated. You have to turn to the right and then immediately turn to the left, and that is very difficult to do alone. So imagine what can happen if we see 2 cars going side by side. It's really going to be chaotic, and I would not be surprised if we see, for instance, a light rocket there. We also have that little rectangle that you can see right next to the finish straight, which, yeah, those corners, 90-degree turns will be very difficult to make there as well. So yeah, should be a very interesting race. Luckily the drivers will not have to deal with rain. It is a very nice bright sunny day here today, so at least that should be a bit of a relief. But either way, it's going to be still a very challenging race, even when the drivers are racing alone. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get ourselves then into the qualifying session. Alright, so here we go then. We found ourselves here in qualifying, and it seems like we only have 17 drivers, so that means that 8 drivers will go through into Q2, while the other 9 will be eliminated. So that's pretty much it. So we see right here Justin on our screen, as I have to just zoom out. But as you can see, we got RMC with the old livery with the tiger pattern that they use in both season 10 and I think season 14. And now they decided to bring it back for these last 5 races that they're gonna have in their team's history, as of course they are going to be leaving at the end of this season. And as you can see right now, so far in qualifying, we are back to our normal days here with Figo on purple sector. Cola with the fastest second sector there. No boy, that is interesting to see there, but so far seems like Figo might be the one to take provisional pole. Not that it's going to matter in this first Q1 session either way, but let's see then who's going to be up there. And it is of course Figo. There he goes, Cola in second place, so should be safe there. In the meantime, we see right here Kalika just out, actually is 200ths of a second behind Matimar. So yeah, Matimar is the one just surviving. As you can see, Mati has a yellow sector and Kalika has a green sector there. But it seems like Pituco is getting his laps a little bit later, even later than Yoa. But now we see that Leslie looking for the purple first sector, but now Figo responds with the purple second sector. And as we see, Collar really doing amazingly well here. Which, if we see things going like this in Q2, this could really play into the hands of Figo in the end. But let's see then, we've got then Figo looking to cross the line, should get through easily there. And let's see, can Mati survive? And the answer is no! He's gonna get eliminated, which should be very frustrating for him. It looks like he's going to be starting in P10, so as you look then into the drivers who are getting eliminated, we got then here Nikhil starting in last place with a very disappointing qualifying there. Same with the Star Goats there with Albon and Ricky. Then you got Corvish with no practice getting only then a tied P14 with Pituco. Then we see Fatmi and Piggy Also tied there, so yeah, Fatmi another one. He got second place in a previous race and he did pretty well there, but today looks like, at least in qualifying, things not going his way. Then we see Mati then in P10 and then Strello just being out there in P9. So going through into Q2, we got then Kalika, the first one, then we got Ozzy, and then we got Justin, and then we got then the Flow Forces there, Yoa and Ludwig. We also have F1 Fan. And then the big surprise here, we got Kola in second place, with then Figo then in first. So let's see then how will things go in Q2. Alright then, so we got ourselves then into Q2. Yeah, interesting qualifying so far. Kola definitely being the biggest surprise there with the second place finish. In the meantime, we see I don't know what the hell was he doing. And I'm starting to think that maybe the reason why he's usually the last driver to get his laps done is not because of ping, but rather because he just did a little spin there. I don't know why he does that, but yeah, either way, we see then who's at the front. It's Figo once again, calling second as well. So yeah, as we see, Ozzy though. But Ozzy though with a bit of a mistake. And yeah, he's finally getting back, as he did 3 races and he missed round 4 and 5. And now he finds himself back. Obviously the title is not gonna be possible for him this season, but as we see, Yoa, the fastest second setter, is gonna be very hard to tell where he's going to be in terms of qualifying standings. As you can see, Justin gets himself on provisional pole then, just like he did in round number 5. So we got also Yoa then in second place, but yeah, we got then Figo holding third place. Let's see how will things go then in his second lap, and as we see, Justin with the fastest first sector there. So there he goes, things looking good for the driver who I thought was British, but turns out he's actually Dutch. So we got then Justin originally in first place, Figo improving on this so far in every single sector. But is it going to be enough then? Can he have a good enough lap and still get pole position without any purple sectors? Let's see now. It is the final straight here. Can Figo beat Justin's lap? Yes, he can. There he goes. Figo answers. And he takes it somehow with 2 green sectors and a yellow sector. That seems like it's going to be enough. So let's then have a look into the starting grid for today's race. So looking then at the starting grid, we've got then Figueroa starting on pole position, this time beating Justin, who's going to be starting alongside. Then on the second row, you got the tie between Yoa and F1 Fan, both on a 51.32. Then you see Ludwig in P5, then you got Kola there in P6, followed by Kalika, then it's Ozzy. Then in P8, then we got Strello and Martimar closing the top 10. And then after that, you're going to have then Fatmi tied with Piggy there for P11, as well as Bituk and Harvey tied for P13. And then you got the Stargoats there, Ricky and Albono. Then you got Nikhil running up the grid here today. So without any further ado, let's get ourselves then into the Indonesian Grand Prix. It's going to be then only 28 laps here of the dry race. So let's get ourselves then. Okay, here we go then. Should be a lot of pressure for all of the drivers here in lap number 1, especially when it comes to turn 2 and 3. And here we go now, the red lights go out here. You see Figo starting on the inside, which is just in there. They're in second place. And what the hell happened to Matimar with the rocket of a start there? Up into third place somehow. And as we see now, Mati finds himself in third. And as you can see, everyone seems to have survived at the beginning here in turn 3, so no big drama so far, but still a lot can happen. As we see, oh, there he goes, and F1 Fans is crashing into Kola there, as he's still up there now in P4. In the meantime, we see just trying to follow Figo, as you got Matimar then in third place, probably happy with where he is right now. But here we go then, Figo on the mediums already just getting away there, so this is going well for him. That's probably what he really needed, because yeah, things could have easily gone wrong for him, but looks like he got the best situation for him right now, which is just getting away. And yeah, this is what one could predict, essentially. He could either just get away after turn 3, or he could get massively killed. I feel like there would be no in between, but as we see then, you got Justin in second place there with Mati. Also maybe trying to pass him, not totally sure, but we got a lot of chaos here though. at the midfield as we got Corby then just trying to make up some plays. He's already up to P12. Just tries to maybe go around outside of Piggy as you can see. Oh my god, and now Straddle! Just crashing to one of the pockets, and yeah, this was also another place that could be dangerous there. Simply because of the way that these walls were done. And yeah, we see then here Albano just changing his teammates. We also got Pituco maybe trying to get past Nikil there. And yeah, there you go, Zubituco around the outside. That's a nice move there from the Spaniard. In the meantime, we got a bit of a battle then for P5. We got Fentme, Collar, and Aussie here. For a moment, I thought this was an LSA sandwich, but yeah, one time today he's running with the special livery. And for some reason, they're also red and black, so yeah, they're gonna be looking very similar here today. But as you see, we also got this group here developing for second place with Justin and F1 Fan now in third. As we got then Fatmi at the inside of Collins, is trying to at least defend his position, I think. As now we see Ozzy maybe trying to go down the outside of the finish tire, but can't really get past that mayhem. In the meantime, we see more battling at the back here, and yeah, those 90-degree turns are absolutely difficult to make. As we see now Bono battling the SCPs, he has up the inside of Straddle there. The Czech driver is getting overtaken by the Scottish driver. As we see now Straddle maybe gonna have a look at the inside. No, he's gonna stay behind for now. As we see then Ricky Boy and Piggy right now, and yeah, there goes Piggy. Try to keep P12, but yeah, Ricky Boy has the soft tires, so perhaps he still has more speed, but at this point, considering that this is a huge track, I feel like after 3 laps, maybe the mediums are and the hards might start to get better than the softs. But in the meantime, looks like F1 Fan managed to get away now into second place. Justin alone in third as well, then Matt as well alone in P4. In the meantime, we've still got this battle though for P5 between Ozzy and Fatmi. Colin is right behind. But looking a bit further back, I think that's where a lot of the action is. We got Yo and Ricky Boy battling each other there. Probably Yo is not really battling on his screen, but yeah, still right behind Piggy. Now we're already getting some pit stops here. We got F1 Fan already going early, and he's going to be getting out just ahead of Yo and Piggy, so perhaps trying to get another cut to see if he can catch Figo, and it might be a good idea here, because the other cuts are absolutely big on a track like this. But now, for his despair, is going to be ending right behind Corvid, which usually is not really a great thing. But let's see then what can the Romanian driver do. And as you can see, just crashing into walls, which could really cost you a lot of momentum. But he really needs to do well on this lap. In the meantime, we see Kalitka then in P7. And then you got this huge train here in a battle for, I guess, third place right now. Who, as we see, Mati has been able to enter that corner well. In the meantime, we see Ozzy just staying out. Perhaps taking a different approach to his teammate. And as you can see, F1 Fan now tries to get past Corby and finally managed to do it. There he goes. Yeah, as you see, Corby really struggling there. But yeah, now Figo though, crucially for him, he was able to now just get out with the net lead. So yeah, so F1 Fan's undercut did not work, and as you can see, Figo really controlling this race. You can tell that he's doing that because he went for the hard tires, so the same tires as F1 Fan, and so for this second seat he's gonna have better tires. So yeah, he's really has this race under control, so he's very likely going to win this one. As we see now his teammate pitting, then Ozzy pitting from the lead, which was only provisional. So there he goes. Let's see where he's going to leave, because that could be interesting to see. But as you can see, he's gonna get undercutted by a lot of drivers as he's down in P8, so perhaps not really where he would want to be, but now he's going to have much better tires than the others. So let's see what can the Polish driver do here. As we see, he tries to go up the inside of Fatmi, but probably an overtake's not going to be easy, as there was also College just ahead, and as you can see, he gets slammed to the wall there. And yeah, really a lot of chaos. So far as we see now, Colin, oh my god, going 3 wide here. We see Colin around the outside. Yeah, that was really risky there from him. And as we see Ozzy now just making up some positions. There he goes now, already up to P5. So nice overtakes there from the Polish driver. Let's see what he can do now. He's going to have Justin ahead of him. As we see Matmar Lefty doing a brilliant race, battling for the podium. I think you will really like this as a redemption. As a F1 fan, I would say he's Lefty having an amazing season so far. A lot of podium finishes and yeah, it's no surprise that he's sitting in second place in the championship right now. But just, of course, it all gets overshadowed by Figo's dominance. But yeah, Figo just looking to be a more and more complete driver as time goes on. And I think right now, with the gap that he has right now, he can just get himself into the zone. Just feel comfortable, just cruise this one until the end. As we see there, Justin now in third place, overtaking Mati. These two probably need to work together because they cannot forget about Ozzy. And the Ozzy could be on quite a recovery here. In the meantime, we see Fatmi just behind Cole, perhaps Giuseppe slipstreaming there. I don't think there's any point on passing that mayhem. And yeah, then we see Strado and Ricky Boy battling each other there, currently for P14. As we see Albano right ahead, but yeah, his tires though are absolutely dead. So we should see the Czech driver trying to overtake the Star Goat there, but as you can see, he's gonna lose the position to another Star Goat instead. As we see now, we also got Piggy maybe trying to look for something here. He has the newest tires out of these drivers, and as you can see, yeah, just had a bit of a crash there, losing a lot of momentum. We see Struggle going up the inside of Ricky, but now he's going to be on the outside. Piggy's just trying to pick up his crash, but he cannot really do much there. In the meantime, we also got some battling at the front here for third place. As we see Ozzy already catching up then to Justin and Mati. Now there he goes, can he make the move? Who Justin goes for the switch back there. And let's see, Justin's going to have the inside, should be able to keep the position for now. There is exactly what he does. So there he goes then, the Dutchman. Back into third as we see Ozzy just trying to play his cards right. And as you see, there he goes, who Justin touches the wall. Ozzy immediately takes the opportunity, and I think Justin didn't fight hard there, just let him pass. There you go then, now they need to try and slipstream Ozzy because he has some really good tires. And that should allow them to just skip the distance to the likes of Ludwig and Fatmi. Yeah, those are the ones running on the hard tires, and yeah, they are the ones who should be looking to be faster now on the second stint. But yeah, as we see then, Justin now leaving the pits in P10, he touches the grass on the inside. Now we see Mati maybe trying to look for a move there. Justin has to go defensive, but as you can see, he absolutely overshoots the corner. And now Mati just says thank you very much. So there he goes, Mati to P10. As we see a huge train here. Not exactly a train. As we see, the slipstream settings with the low slipstream range is really just easy to be racing alone. As we see, Fatmi now just getting overtaken by Bituko. Then we see Gala right behind, just slowly falling into this grid. As we see Kalika now. Oh my god, that was a huge crash there. So yeah, the Lynx Racing are not going to be happy as we see Joe and Kalo both going into the pits. Fatmino just staying behind in the Spaniard there. Now they're both battling for P5. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, Figo so far really doing amazingly well. This time though, he should not get the Grand Slam because he pitted earlier than some drivers, so he's not going to be leading every single lap. And so far he doesn't even have the fastest lap either way. Seems like it is Matimar now with the 51.5. As we see then Fatmi and Kalika going side by side there. A nice move there from Kalika. There he goes. As we see Fatmi just looking up the inside there. It's been a nice battle here. And as you see, I think Fatmi's probably going to want to pit, and that's what I was waiting. That was what I was expecting there. And yeah, Fatmi apologizes there. Like it wasn't too bad, like Kalika wasn't pushing to a wall. But still, he ended up pitting earlier than he wanted. So yeah, now he's down in P15. He would probably like to be there, but have much better tires. As we see him now just trying to go around the outside of Ricky Boy. He's absolutely struggling on those tires. We also see Nikhil currently in last place. Not really having an easy race today, that's for sure. As in the meantime, we got then Justin and Matimar continuing their battle. Matimar should have the better tires later on in his stint. But for now, I think it should be better to just stay behind Justin. But yeah, I think so far looks like I think, yeah, Ozzy should be the one to take third, unless Ludwig can do something here. But yeah, it seems like I was seeing now Figo with a huge gap, but seems like it's mostly because he has not pitted for the second time yet. But I would not be surprised that if the gap at the end would be something around that. So, but yeah, either way, Leather is definitely having a very interesting strategy here, going long on those hard tires. And yeah, definitely having some struggles lately. After doing pretty well in rounds 3 and 4, where he got 2 second places. He finds once again in second place for now, but he should be pitting soon, and so F1 fan will be the one to take it. But yeah, Figo though, once again, he has this one under control. Pitted so much later than the Romanian driver, but now he's gonna have so much better tires, so he really has nothing to worry about. There's no rain today, so this should be a walk in the park for him today, as we see Ozzy then back into third place. Now we see Ludwig coming out of the pitch just ahead of Joas, so I could definitely fight for this podium, I'd say. He's right behind the likes of Matimar. Seems like he has lost Justin, who's creating P4, as we see. Yeah, those mistakes crashing into the wall can really cost you a lot of time. So yeah, this is why I would say this is probably an amazing track for Figo, because it's so difficult that when you are simply the best, you have a good chance of just being at the front. And yeah, usually the main worry on a track like this would be the start, but he's already survived that, and he's already gotten away as well, so he really has nothing to worry about, as we see him then in the lead pretty much alone. But as we see then, we've still got some battles around the field here. We see Fatby battling the Mayhems, creating P10, also having a lot of struggles today. And as you see, we've got our first retirement from this race. Nikhil is going to be leaving this race today. As we got then Fatby then just behind the Mayhems. It's the battle for P8. But they seems to have better tires than Colab, but they are not better than Pitruko's tires. So let's see then. We got the Mayhem train. Kalita just behind. Perhaps just trying his best to rejoin this group, because he was right next to Fatby when he went into the pits. And yeah, now we see then Justin already pitting. Yeah, interesting there. So he's looking to be the one of the drivers who are just pitting very early here. And I wait for the millions again. I wonder if that's gonna backfire later on. A lot of times you see that this season that just doing more pit stops really just not worth it. And it can really cost you a lot. So let's see then. We got Justin then in P10. And also, of course, we got a lot of drivers running on the hards. But now let's see, Justin looking for a move on Kalitka there. And I think, yeah, he's not going to fight it all too hard. Now he's going to be right behind Colin, Fatby. And yeah, so this race is definitely calmed down quite a lot here. Although we still have some action going on, but not exactly the wildest of actions. But it's been still a nice race to see, as we got then Fatby. It's getting passed by Cole, who I think might be doing some teammate tactics to help his teammate P2 at the front. But yeah, currently Fatby is gonna have to stay then in P8 right now. As we see, just ignoring P9. But as we see, yeah, there he goes. Fatby just letting the Dutchman get past as he goes around the outside, and once again he just overshoots that corner. And they're going to be losing a position that way. There he goes now. Fatby just getting pushed on the inside. Nice Kalika looking for the move, but But yeah, this is the issue with Justin's strategies, that he's going to get himself into traffic and it's usually drivers on other tires, and there's always a huge risk of just losing out of time, especially on a street circuit like this one. So yeah, just a lot of work to do. I think the problem is probably, yeah, he's just not going to get it, I'd say. I think now the battle for third place is going to be between Ozzy and Ludwig, who are in two complete different strategies. I believe that Justin is, I believe that Ludwig is going to save one pit stop, and or perhaps we might see Ludwig with better tires than Ozzy at the end, which would also be very interesting to see the American trying to chase down the Polish driver to the end. But either way, we got then just back into P5, but as you can see, has lost a lot of time. But yeah, in the meantime though, we see Matti Mari has also pitted. And I guess this is what's been very interesting about this race, is that you really lose a lot of positions after pitting in today's race, it seems. And so we see the drivers just going back and forth when it comes to the positions. And as you see now, Matti then looking for a move on Corvid, and there he goes. Although he might be looking a bit laggy, as you see Corvid just getting pushed into the wall there. There is a very painful crash. In the meantime, we see Figo now pitting for the softs, and I guess he wants to take that fastest lap. Because, yeah, there's no other reason to pit for soft tires other than that. But yeah, in the meantime, Corvid getting some lag. And yeah, I'm trying to see him now as you see, oh my god, Bituko. Almost getting killed there, but he did manage to survive. So yeah, then we see Piggy getting P9, followed by the Mayhems. We've been racing together all race long as well. Probably the closest teammates on track. But yeah, I'm seeing a blue dot. Yeah, that's Nikhil's car. And in the meantime, actually I need to change something. I want to see the fastest laps here, and is Figo looking for the fastest lap here? Because yeah, we have to see it if he's really just going for it. So far he's improving on his lap at least, and that could be enough actually. His best lap so far, he's only 1700ths of a second behind Matti's lap, so let's see now. Final lap for Figo, is he gonna take that one extra point? And I think he will. Yeah, there he goes, and Figo is gonna get that extra point then, because I don't think anyone is gonna be bothering to challenge that lap, so there he goes. Gonna get 10 maximum points. He already got the point for pole position. He's looking also to get the 30 points for the race win, and then these extra points for the fastest lap, so there he goes. Figo really just showcasing his dominance today yet again. Also with a massive gap to F1 fan right now, but gonna have to pit again, so perhaps gonna be losing some of it. But still, I don't think he will really care either way. I think for him it's more important to get to 32 points than winning with a 10-second gap or something. But as we see, then we got Ludwig now very fresh tires. Now the gap is around 3 to 2 seconds between himself and Ozzy. So these are the two drivers that we're gonna have to pay attention to, because they are the ones battling for third place. Because yeah, Figo looks comfortable in first, F1 fan should be comfortable in second, even though he's not exactly the biggest of caps. And as we see, Ozzy's actually been getting closer to F1 fan, so perhaps he's just getting or regaining his confidence. We already know that it was at least good to be in the top 2. But whether he could challenge Figo or not, that would be another question, and hopefully we could see him still doing that this season if he Even if it's not for the title, at least for a race win, I think that would be great to see. But yeah, as we see now, oh my god, seeing Mati then just crashing. We got Color right behind. He's going to the battle for P7, so yeah, Mati just falling off here. And I think it's gonna be because of the strategy as well. He's having the same issue that Justin has. As we see him now in P6, but he's gonna be taking P5 as Yoa now leaves the pits. And gonna be leaving, I think, just ahead of Kalika. Yeah, there he goes in Yoa. Looking to end this race with a 4-lap stint, so yeah, that is absolutely crazy, but let's see though. Because a lot of these drivers, I don't think they are going to pit until the end. So I think this will be very interesting. But yeah, there's not really much to watch at the front, I feel like. Because it is possible that Ozzy is already on his final stint. Same with Ludwig. And Ludwig is quite far behind, but yeah, in the meantime, Figo pits now for the mediums for some reason. I think he could easily take the softs. But yeah, still has a 4-second lead. And yeah, we see you got Ludwig then in P4 trying to catch Ozzy. Ooh, and he gained a lot of seconds there, but we are so close to the end here, so I'm not really sure. But we couldn't see here, it's Yoa gaining a lot of positions though. And he has the mediums right ahead of him as we see Mati just trying to go up the inside. Now Yoa is going to have the inside there. Can he make the overtake? And yes he can, there goes the South African. Amazing move from him as we see now getting himself into P6. Now let's see if he can still challenge just in 4P6, 4P5 there in the end. But wow, what amazing action from Yoa there, some amazing overtakes there. As yeah, right now we see then Fatmi routing P11, he's gonna try and get up the inside of Kalitka. Really doing an amazing race. I heard that he got the sprint win in today's HL race. As you see him just ahead of the Frenchman now, there he goes Fatmi then trying to go around the outside. Can he make the move there? We also got Straddle right behind then. Are they gonna go side by side into turns 2 and 3 or no? But as you see now, Straddle with a good exit there. Can he make also the overtake? As we see, Fatmi got screwed up there on the momentum. And now there he goes, Straddle has the inside, he makes the move. Fatmi also gets the overtake on Kalitka. But now he's gonna get back, there he goes. A nice exit from the Frenchman now. He gets past the Czech driver and now Kalitka is gonna cause further damage to Straddle. But now there he goes, Fatmi still on the action there against Matimer. And oh my god, things really getting exciting. Sadly, it's going to be happening right when Figo is about to end this race. But yeah, a lot of action now for P9 and the last top 10 positions. As we see, oh my god, a lot of crashing here. Oh, there goes Straddle just getting pushed by Kalitka now. He's going to be the one to take P9. As we see, oh now Mati just losing it all. He has the oldest tires. But still he's gonna get back and now it's Fatmi losing it all again. Yeah, he's obviously not gonna be happy with that, but in the meantime we're gonna have to watch the race winner finishing the races yet again. His win streak continues and today is gonna be the maximum points for Figo as he crosses the line to win the Indonesian Grand Prix. In the meantime we see F1 Fan then extending his gap in second place, then finishing in second today. And then it's going to be between Ozzy and Ludwig. It's going to be very close, but Ozzy holds on for third. And then we see Justin also holding on for P5 as you see just charging behind. Then you got Kola and Bituko, followed by Straddle finishing in P9 in the end. And yeah, what a season he's having right now. I think he's been one of the biggest surprises as we see Mati not really happy today. But I'm pretty sure Fatmi is another guy who's even unhappier there. As we see Ricky, then Albono and Piggy. And yeah, so let's then have a look into the results once again. As we got then Figo taking the race win, the pole position and the fastest lap. So it is the hat trick for him today. And yeah, then we see then F1 Fan 8 seconds behind, taking then second place. And we got Ozzy just finishing there in third place, just ahead of Ludwig. Then we see Justin with the top 5 in the end. with then Yoa taking P6. Then we got the Mayhem Racing drivers Colin Bituco in the top 8 with then Strud and Talita closing in the top 10. Then we see Mati and Fuppy right next to each other there as well with Corvette in T13. Lot of struggles with no practice today. Then we see also the Sargots there with Ricky and Albono. And then we got Piggy, followed then by Nikhil, who did not finish today's race. So let's then have get ourselves into the post-race interviews. Okay, so I thought there would be no interviews, but we see then we got Yoa to save us. So yeah, he's going to be the only driver to get interviewed today, and yeah, what a crazy race you got there. I think you finished P6, and yeah, some crazy battles all races around, and yeah, what do you think of this track and this race?
Um, at the start, I mean, my plan for the race was to keep it clean no matter what, because I knew there were going to be some points in the race where there would be incidents, and that proved to be the exact case because I was behind F1 fan. And Mati, after his super rocket launcher starts, I decided, you know what, let me stay behind these guys. But obviously, that message didn't register to the cars behind myself because they went for moves. So then they went and punted me off, and then I got punted into another wall. So went from like the third, fifth to last, which was quite interesting. But I'd expected it to happen. The focus from that point on was just seeing what I could do because I mean, I think the plan was to make more stops than others in any case, so I could have as much free air as possible. And honestly, it was a fun little comeback. It was definitely a fun comeback. Um, I bided my time. I was patient, and I, I feel like if the start didn't go the way that it did, maybe something else was on the cards. But yeah, I think it does speak to the standards that are sometimes there. Because I think, especially with drivers who try to be clean in UL, it's, and I think for myself, especially with high ping, it is not easy, and you're susceptible to being absolutely rocket launched. So, I mean, it happened today. Came back through the field, was happy with my comeback. Good to see Ludwig, I think, in fourth place, almost in third. More points for FLF. And yeah, we'll take those.
Alright, nice to hear, and I want to see if I can just interview Corvette. He's deafened, but I can always type. See.
Sure.
Alright, so yeah, so today's race is probably a bit different from the others, as you said. You came here with no practice, and yeah, you definitely came probably at the worst type of track to race on without any practice, because it was absolutely hell. Like talking about 21 turns of pain and agony. But yeah, what was the experience then today for you?
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I wasn't particularly fast, which is a shame. But like, given how like long I've been off the game and everyone's been sweating their asses off recently, I can't say too much. I feel like the top 10 was possible, but a lot of contact happened, specifically in the third stint, that really didn't make that possible at all. Some guys were driving like crazy today. Otherwise, not much else. I mean, I think my strategy was okay. Maybe I relied on the hards a bit too much, but I don't know. Halfway through the race, it was looking pretty good. It was just a shame the second half ended in a spot where I couldn't really like fight with the guys right ahead of me because it was like a really big pack. Um, but yeah, I mean, I again woke up last minute. I haven't touched the track in like 3 weeks. I haven't touched the game in two. Um, there's not too much to say. I think circumstances permitting, hopefully the next four races will be better in terms of just like having more consistent practice, having proper pace and all that, and we can just send the team off on a high.
Alright, nice to hear then. So that's it then for today's interviews. As for next round, in round number 7, we're going to be playing for yet another fictional circuit in Fatra, located in Slovakia, and it was made by Nadi. So you see you there until the next time, and goodbye.